A reading from the book of Joshua. The Lord said to Joshua, "This very day I will begin to make you a great man in the eyes of all Israel, to let them be sure that I am going to be with you, even as I was with Moses. As for you, give this order to the priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant. When you have reached the brink of the waters of the Jordan, you are to stand still in the Jordan itself." Then Joshua said to the Israelites, "Come closer and hear the words of the Lord your God." Joshua said, "By this you shall know that a living God is with you, and without a doubt will expel the Canaanite, the Hittite, the Hivite, the Perizzite, the Girgashite, the Amorite, and the Jebusite. Look, the ark of the Lord of the whole earth, is about to cross the Jordan at your head. As soon as the priests with the ark of the Lord of the whole earth, have set their feet in the waters of the Jordan, the upper waters of the Jordan flowing down will be stopped in their course and stand still in one mass." Accordingly, when the people struck camp to cross the Jordan, the priests carried the Ark of the Covenant in front of the people. As soon as the bearers of the Ark reached the Jordan, and the feet of the priests who carried it touched the waters — the Jordan overflows the whole length of its banks during the harvest season — the upper waters stood still and made one heap over a wide space, from Adam to the forests of Zarethan, while those flowing down to the Sea of the Arabah, that is, the Salt Sea, stopped running altogether. The people crossed opposite Jericho. The priests who carried the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord stood still on dry ground in mid-Jordan, and all Israel continued to cross dry-shod till the whole nation had finished its crossing of the river. The Word of the Lord. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Peter went up to Jesus and said, "Lord, how often must I forgive my brother if he wrongs me? As often as 7 times?" Jesus answered, "Not 7, I tell you, but 77 times. And so the kingdom of heaven may be compared to a king who decided to settle his accounts with his servants. When the reckoning began, they brought him a man who owed 10,000 talents, but he had no means of paying, so his master gave orders that he should be sold, together with his wife and children and all his possessions, to meet the debt. At this the servant threw himself down at his master's feet. 'Give me time,' he said, 'and I will pay the whole sum.' And the servant's master felt so sorry for him that he let him go and cancelled the debt. Now as this servant went out, he happened to meet a fellow servant who owed him 100 denarii, and he seized him by the throat and began to throttle him. 'Pay what you owe me,' he said. His fellow servant fell at his feet and implored him, saying, 'Give me time, and I will pay you.' But the other would not agree. On the contrary, he had him thrown into prison till he should pay the debt. His fellow servants were deeply distressed when they saw what had happened, and they went to their master and reported the whole affair to him. Then the master sent for him. 'You wicked servant,' he said, 'I cancelled all that debt of yours when you appealed to me. Were you not bound then to have pity on your fellow servant, just as I had pity on you?' And in his anger the master handed him over to the torturers till he should pay all his debt. And that is how my heavenly Father will deal with you, unless you each forgive your brother from your heart." Jesus had now finished what he wanted to say, and he left Galilee and came into the part of Judea which is on the far side of the Jordan. The Gospel of the Lord.